What's up, YouTube? For tonight's video, we are doing something a little bit different. Now, I don't normally do these kind of videos, but since we actually have confirmations, it's not leaks and things like that, I thought I'd do a video on this discussing my thoughts, and I want to hear your reactions too. Now, real quick, people, this is a spin-off game that's just been announced, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. They're not main series games, but they are the games coming out in November 16, 2018 this year. So I thought I'd do a discussion video. I won't be playing like the actual trailer in this video. I want to try and make it as transformative as possible as you can do with this sort of thing. So just bear that in mind. I'm not kind of new to these sorts of videos, so I'll probably get better at this as I go. And if you'd like to see more news on my channel, I've been trying to put some more variety on my channel as well as my main core series theme teams. If you'd like to see more of this, please let me know. If you got any just anything that you think I should do for future videos like this, just let me know. Without further ado, let's jump into this one. So what I'm going to be doing, right, is I'm going to be saying my thoughts on this, and I want your thoughts. So any thoughts or anything or feelings, please leave them below in the comment section. Let's get some discussion going, right? It can be good, the salt, anything. I just want to see what you guys think about it, right? If you enjoy these sorts of videos, if you want me to do them again in the future, when the opportunity arises, I'm not just going to do news videos for a fake leak or something like that. Actual proper news. Just let me know. And I'm going to be playing the trailer. I'm just watching it as I narrate this, and I'm going to say my thoughts as it's going. So if you haven't seen the Pokemon trailer already, that's on the Pokemon channel. So you might be able to just get it up while I'm explaining things. And I want to discuss some stuff afterwards too, just some concepts and my thoughts on that too. All right, let's get this one. So this is a very new concept to me. So as you first watch the trailer, the guy is holding a Pokemon Go phone, like the game, right? So I'm thinking instantly, I'm like, okay, well, it's going to be Pokemon Go. Now, this sort of, it's good. I can see why they're doing Pokemon Go, right? There's a lot of casual Pokemon Go players. So firstly, my thinking was there, okay, so they're trying to get some new audience into this game, right? Which is good. I don't mind that. Okay, so anyway, we get down onto the TV, we have the character there with a Pikachu. Now we see some screenshots of the Gen 1. If you actually look at them closely, they're from Gen 1, or very, very similar. And we have a couple of them flying by and just telling us it's on the Nintendo Switch. We got the trainer there. Doesn't seem to be... I was hoping there'd be some sort of character customization. The main meat of this video is with the Joy-Cons, right? You're throwing the Pokeball at the Pokemon and you're catching. So you actually have to physically grab the Joy-Con for Nintendo Switch and throw it at the ball and catch it, right? So that's pretty cool. I like that concept. I'm sort of thinking how accurate is it going to be? Those sort of things. I was thinking that at the moment. Now we got the friends thing introduced, right? So you can play with a friend, which is cool. I like that. You can catch Pokemon together. Now, this is an important one. When you go into the battle scene, right, you didn't actually have to weaken the Pokemon. So it's you just throw the ball and catch it. So there was no weakening Pokemon at all. And we also seen a CP as well. So that's interesting. Now, we do have a battle scene. I was actually surprised. I was pleasantly surprised we actually had a battle scene there. We had that with them battling the bug catcher, like a co-op kind of thing. And now we're introduced to a little Pokeball thing. So it's kind of like the Pokemon Go Plus, right? So, but obviously it looks it looks really cool. So obviously you got to wrap this around your arm. I'm thinking right here, right? How many of these Pokeballs are going to go through the TV? So you can bring it out in public too, and sort of interaction while you're out. So they're trying to go with the whole Pokemon Go thing, which is fine. And I guess we got to remember it's a spin-off game too, right? So anyway, we have another scene how we have the connecting to the Switch and storing your Pokemon on there. So that's a pretty cool. That begs a lot of questions, but we'll go through these in a second. I'm just going to tell you what I'm initially seeing and how I react to this. So anyway, we have a couple of Pokemon rides. You can see there's a little bit of new stuff there. I like that Onyx ride. That was really cool. And it's just showing us a couple of images of catching the Pokemon and, with the Eevee outfits and Pikachu outfits. That's pretty cool. And a couple more battles there. So that seems pretty nice too. But yeah, that's all my reactions. We had a couple of just at the end, a couple of battle things. And then we see a Mewtwo, right? It's a Mewtwo battle. That'll be interesting. Is Mewtwo going to be the one, the Pokemon we catch at the end of the game? Is it a boss or something? We don't really know. Anyway, after that's just aesthetics and introducing the game and when it's going to be released. So that's pretty much it. Let's get on to some of the meat of the actual video. So, as I was watching this, I had a lot of, actually asked my Discord some questions, how they thought about this, and I added a bit of them too. So, thanks guys for that. This should This is like a little thank you to you. So at the end, also, we're seeing the Pokeball, Pokeball Plus, and each version. So first about the versions, right? With the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, right, obviously there's going to have to be some kind of difference between the versions, whether it be the Pokemon you can catch on there or something, there's got to be something different about them too, as I wouldn't have brought the two versions out. So what do you think that is? Maybe, I'm thinking maybe there's like a different Pokemon on there or something different that you can do on each game. Like, they wouldn't, I don't think they just released two of the same games. Okay, anyway, so having a look at this, let's start from, one of the main things too in this trailer, right, was the Pokemon at the end. Now that sort of begs the question: is it going to be a new Pokemon? Are they going to do like how they released like Bonsly, those sort of Pokemon earlier on before they built the games out? Are they going to do that, or is it just going to be a new form of a Pokemon or something like that? Also, another question begs: could it be Gorochu as well? That's another thing I was actually thinking about. What do you guys think about that? What do you think that mysterious hidden Pokemon is? I personally don't think it's going to be a new Pokemon. That's my honest opinion. Also, I forgot to mention, if any information comes out while I'm doing this video, I may not have all the information. So it's just the information that I've already been told during this video. So I'm sure something else will come out and to that kind of thing too. Right. Anyway, with this, what was I going to say? I'm just reading over some of my notes I was actually writing down. Okay, so with the gameplay concepts, right, especially the catching the Pokemon, right, with the Joy-Con, will that be dragged over into Gen 8? Because Gen 8 will definitely come out. I believe Gen 8 will come out in 2019, and this is just a way to bring in casual players to buy the Pokemon Switch, right, and then release the core game so that audience will have even more people to purchase the games in the future. So it's a clever marketing strategy there for sure. I can see why they did it. That's fair. That's fair enough, right? Also, it integrates people that already have Pokemon Go, which is nice. So Pokemon Go was a very huge thing. It's not so big now, so it's going to be interesting. I do like a lot of the concepts, like throwing the Pokeball. I actually quite like that. That's cool. There is a couple of things that I'm a bit shaky though. I'm hoping it'll be okay. Anyway, so we've gone over version exclusive. Online play, right? Now they did actually say at the start. Well, I think someone translated there wouldn't be any online play. Now apparently there is. So, what sort of online features do you think they'll have? I'm thinking. I don't think there'll be battles, right? I feel there won't be battles. I think they've already said it hasn't. Maybe you can, I don't know, you can dress your Pokemon up. Like, they did have to dress up to the Eevee and Pikachu. Maybe there'll be some sort of, like, gifts on them, like mystery gifts. Like Pokemon Ranger had, like, the Manaphy egg. Maybe something like that. Like, it could be that. That's another kind of thing, too. And what else was I was going to say? Yeah, so we have the... Yeah, okay. So I think they're also trying to rekindle like the whole Pokemon Go thing, right? That's another reason, and I think the main reason is to bring Pokemon Go players or casual players that don't really play like Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, and get them to buy the Switch, right? And then to play this game and then interact both of them, and then when the next game comes out, the next Gen 8 core game, they'll buy that as well. So I think that's one of the main reasons why they structured it this way, and I think they've been thinking about this for a while. So. Yeah. Also, the price of the games, I'm pretty sure these will rack the same, full price for the game, like for the Switch. However, I'd say the Pokeball Plus will probably be about, I don't know, $40, $50, something like that. It's normally around that price, right? For those sort of like accessories things. Or will they release them so you can buy it in a bundle and it's a bit cheaper? That's information may have come out already. I'm not sure. I'm just sort of writing things down. The walking with the Pokemon. That was really good. I like that. I'm definitely glad that came back. Hopefully they bring it in the next game soon. Come on, guys. Keep it in the next game. What do you think about that? I want to bring that Wailord behind me, right? That's one of my favorite things. So you can also go out. It's also like you can stay at home or you can go out and play this game too, which is pretty cool. The graphics seem nice too. Kind of similar to like the Ultra Sun and Moon, just a little bit more crisp. So that's pretty cool. But I definitely think this will bring in a lot of casual audience, and Pokemon is mainly made up of casual audience, right? So that's a really strong thing, and definitely for their sales and things and getting people to play the game. So that's good from that aspect for sure. Now, what else was? Yeah, I was thinking with that. Yeah, I was just thinking about the Pokeballs. A Pokeball is definitely going to go into the TV, right? Some guy's going to get the Pokeball, have a slippery hand, and just ditch it at the TV. It's going to happen. I know that it's going to happen. I'm calling it right now. It's probably going to happen to me. All right. Anyway, what else was I going to go over? Now, this is the thing. So you catch the Pokemon on Pokemon Go, right? And then you put them on Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee. Now, what's going to happen after that? Like, what do you go about, like, evolving them, training them, things like that? Now, we did have some more information at the moment. So, we had a confirmation of the first 151 Pokemon, right? And some of the Alola forms. So we got confirmation on that. There's no wild battles. You just capture them. So that's fine. Now, Eevee training and like more, apparently they're trying to make that a little bit more simple, like the leveling, the training kind of thing. So that'll be interesting. And it'll be interesting whether that goes on to the next game, because we've always had those kind of like training mechanics, right? And now, that's usually, I think that's about the only things that are confirmed at the moment that I have at the moment. There could be more things that come out, right? But anyway, back to what I was, a couple of my notes I was writing down. Now, another thing, will they have DLC for this? Because it is on the Switch, so they could have DLC for, I don't know, make the next lot of, will they just keep it to the 151 Pokemon, or they have like DLC for extra stuff in the game? That's another point. I mean, it's possible, right? It's possible. And I don't like about DLC, right? I don't mind DLC as long as it's, number one, they actually give something that's worthwhile, not just like a cosmetic or something. If it's good DLC, I don't mind paying for it. And, they spend a bit of time on it and they charge something reasonable for it. I don't mind supporting that. That's fine. If it keeps the, if it keeps the audience fresh as well. Now, can you use the, if you get the Pokemon, like, how do you go about the whole, it interests me, like, getting the Pokemon, then putting them back, like, onto Ultra Sun and Moon kind of thing. Can you do that or not? I'm not really sure. Wasn't really clear to me. That could have come out too, but, as I was searching, that really wasn't clear to me. That was another point I had too. Now, shiny Pokemon. Do you think we can get shiny Pokemon on there? That'd be cool, like, maybe you could get like an exclusive shiny Pikachu and shiny Eevee on there. Or we could have like, because I was thinking like the Pokemon and Eevee might be like a special shiny. And I was also thinking like the special events, right? You know how we do the mystery gift and things like that? I think they could bring gifts like that. Imagine if we had like an Eevee and Pikachu like combination Pokemon like fused together. That could also be the special Pokemon too. I was kind of just thinking of that. Okay. Now what does CP determine too? Like obviously, it's like Pokemon Go. So what does that determine? Does that determine their stats, rarity, like things like that? I'm guessing it's more towards stats like Pokemon Go. Another thing that I thought of, right, was tutor moves. Could there be a specific tutor moves for this game, right? So, you know how, like, in Gale of Darkness and things, they had, like, tutor moves. Like, those sort of things, right, for those games. Now, the ride Pokemon were really cool. I'm more interested. I want to see some more of that. That's fairly interesting. The Onix was really cool. I like that one. I always like the ride Pokemon. That was a good thing into the game. Now, they did have a game releasing as well, which is Pokemon Quest. I haven't really played much of this myself. The first impression, I was like, it looks like Minecraft, but let me know. Have you guys played Pokemon Quest yet? It's a mobile game. Please let me know in the comment section what it's about and give me a general idea on it. I'll definitely play it myself. I'd just like to hear your thoughts on it. So I think a lot of people, probably think this is they're milking Pokemon Go a little bit. I think they are a bit, but I think they're trying to do it to get the casual people. So they're trying to get more people to play their games, right? And then they're preparing for that big release next year. So I believe that's pretty good. Okay. Reading over what else I had. So, this was another point. Will the game be like super handheld easy? You know how they hold your hand the whole way, right? And Asta's jumping at the door. It's all right. I'll keep going. So, will this game be too easy? That's another thing. Like, I don't want them to make the games too easy, because the last games I felt they've really held your hand like along in them. So I kind of want them to maybe have like an easy and hard mode. Like, you're at the start of the game, right? Even for the next like Gen 8 game, are you a new to Pokemon player? Yes. Select that. Or are you a veteran Pokemon player? Click that. And maybe that can leave out like skip functions and things like that. So that's another good thing to think about too. Now, what else do I have on there? Now, customization of characters. We didn't see too much of that. Maybe they will, but I'm not going to hold my breath. It didn't look like there was much in the trailer. Like I said, we've only got limited information at the point, so I'm just going over some topics. Gyms, Pokebank, those are sort of things that could be implemented. I don't think there'll be gyms. The Pokemon Bank is like something I've been really thinking about for especially Generation 8. I know I'm going a little bit off topic here, but I hope they better not make the old games obsolete, because I'm going to be really peed off. I got such a massive collection of Pokemon. But anyway, that's just a couple of my thoughts. I'm sorry this video went on for a fairly long time. I just thought I'd speak to you guys about a couple of things. But the main thing I take away from this, right? I know a lot of people kind of expected Gen 8. I'm in two minds here. I wanted Generation 8 to come out this year, but at the same time, I didn't want to rush game. We don't really know how long they've been working on it for, but the bottom line is if this game does come out in 2019, we're going to know they've spent a fair long amount of time on it, right? And, you know, people are going to be really looking forward to it. So we won't just keep getting, like, new games and new games and new games, sort of like the release of Ultra Sun and Moon, Close to Sun and Moon. Like, that for me wasn't... I don't know. They just released it too early, or they just didn't add enough to to Ultra Sun and Moon. I feel that was a problem there. So they definitely, I think they probably know that, and they're going to learn from that mistake and go 2019 with the new Pokemon Gen. And they've given this game for us to something to do in the meantime. So take it away, or take it as from like a pinch of salt, people. That's how I feel anyway. So I'm happy. I'm happy we got a game this year. And sometimes I think we get our expectations up too high. And I think this could actually introduce like a lot of... I know, like, let's face it, right? Pokemon Go has been... I'd say the most popular mobile game ever, right? Ever created, and probably ever will be, right? I don't think there'll ever be something that'll ever top it. I think this will get a lot of people back into playing the game. The game actually is fairly polished. I know it gets a lot of hate and stuff, but the game is fairly polished now. So, if you haven't played it for a long time, I suggest you do. They've added a lot of new Pokemon to the game. Like, there's a lot more shinies. They've got, like, daily little missions you can do now. So, I think they're getting there. They're just taking a long time to bring it out, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a very solid game. And I like to play, you know, I just play for a bit each day when I have time. Like, I don't have loads and loads of time. Like, usually I'm working and stuff, so I don't have much time. But that's how I go about it anyway. And that's what I take from this trailer. And I'm just glad they keep making the Pokemon games, right? And this is a new, it's a bold concept with the Pokemon Go too. I can't remember. Someone on my Discord said this. It was about the older guy in the trailer having like a Pokeball in public. Yeah, it's quite fun. I'm trying to remember what the comment is. I can't quite remember at the moment. Anyway, guys, that's probably about it for this video. This is sort of my discussion. I don't normally do this sort of video, so just take it easy on me in the comment section. Don't roast me too hard. I thought I'd make this video as transformative as possible. So if you do want to see these sort of videos in the future again, how I just speak about my thoughts, nice and casual, no script or anything like that. I don't want all that trouble. I just want to speak and talk about things. But yeah, that's about it. Now, I do have a Soul Link coming up later. That is episode... Oh, crap, what is it? I think it's episode 5. Episode 5, that's it. That's coming out a little bit later, so make sure you're subscribed and you're watching that one. We've got some funny stuff coming out. All right, peace, peeps.